that your good side? This is my good side.
Oh, yeah.
So we're back at the compatible good sides. Good. So how are you?
Good, how are
William,
you?
by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So what have been the biggest highlights for you in the last year? Like, how much has the last year, I think, affected your own career? It's also how you see the development of women's wrestling in WWE.
I think my match with Asuka was a career-defining moment this year, or technically last year.
Yeah.
And I think my match with Ronda at Survivor Series, mainly because obviously it wasn't my dream scenario, but there had come a point after the last rivalry that I was in, was just to remind people that I'm the baddest woman on the planet. So I think those were two career-defining moments.
Yeah, I mean, how much did Becky, becoming the man over this last year? I think, how was that behind the scenes for you, and watching that development, as her close friend throughout this, and that was obviously something that wasn't really planned the way that it happened, the way the audience responded to it. Like, it's something that's developed organically. When obviously you do plan in the future, you do see where things are going.
I think for me, it came to a point where it was like, am I supposed to apologize for being good? Am I supposed to apologize for getting top title opportunities? Am I supposed to apologize for being the NXT, Divas, Raw, SmackDown? Do I feel bad? Should I feel bad? Oh, maybe I do feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't brag. Maybe, that losing the confidence and feeling bad for what I'd accomplished. And then getting to a point after that rivalry was over, and I was going, no, I'm not going to apologize for being that good. And I think that's where you see a difference in my work in just the last couple weeks and since Ronda, because I got to that point, I think, when the fans, after SummerSlam, I felt bad for everything I accomplished. And it, whether I was on posters or whether I was always in the title picture or not, but now I stand here today, and I think the biggest switch is, and what I learned the most, is never apologize for being good, because no one else knows the time and the effort and everything you do to put in to where you are today.
What are the key goals that you're working on now? Like, what are you envisioning and what are you working towards?
Just to keep getting better and to main event WrestleMania.
What do you think from a match standpoint, working with someone like, obviously Asuka's coming from, great wealth of, history as a wrestler. Same with Ronda's coming at it from a different angle.
Yeah.
In combat sports.
But see, I think that's my greatest strength, is if you look at all my matches, how I wrestle Asuka was not how I wrestled Ronda. How I wrestled Ronda is not how I wrestled Becky. I'm actually one of the biggest girls we have in the division, and I wrestle down or up depending on the size. Becky's much smaller than me, but if you saw Evolution, I think that's my greatest attribute, is being able to wrestle big or small.
How much of that are you figuring out as you're going? Or how much of you are you planning, ideating, okay, this is how I'm going to do the Asuka match, this is how I'm going to do the Ronda match?
Oh, I plan. I have to, just because I felt like I've always played catch-up, especially with the group of girls that I came up with, because I had no experience. I had a last name, but keeping up with them wrestling-wise, it's like picking little pieces from their work and being like, okay, she does that, she does that, she does that. Okay, how can I work that in? But I'm also 5'11", does that make sense? But if I'm 5'11", it can look like I'm working like I'm 5'2", then that keeps you, it doesn't put you in a certain hole. Or put you in a certain category. Yeah. So, yeah, I think about all of that.
What are your conversations like with your father now? About
no,
wrestling?
I can't ask. He's
No?
my dad. I can't. No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
That's fine.
I never have.
Never talked about the
No, I may talk
wrestling,
about
or?
it, wrestling, but we just talk about other talent, and his biggest thing, I just call my dad more for reassurance.
And is it the same sort of advice all the time, or is he?
No, yeah, pretty much just know who you are. That's about it.